Hey my lovelies, my name is Jane and welcome back to my channel. Before we get started, just to let you know, it keeps raining outside heavily, so if you hear any rain noise, I'm really sorry. I can't control the weather. We've gone from this brilliant hot sunshine to this absolutely miserable weather at the moment. And also next door they're doing renovations. I've been trying to film this video for 2 weeks, and every time, I think, oh yeah, I've got time, I'll do that today. They've been hammering and drilling and banging, and so at the moment they've been quiet all morning virtually, so hopefully we can get through this without too much disturbance or noise. But if you do hear any drilling or banging, I'm really sorry. I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel and give it a big thumbs up. It really helps me. So without further ado, let's get into this. So I am so excited. I have been dying to get my hands on this, and since it came in the post, all I did was undo and look at it, and I put it back in the box and put it away. I've been itching to get my hands on it. It is the Zeesea Cosmetics Alice in Wonderland palette. Now, I originally saw this on James Walsh's channel, probably, don't know if it was in the new year. He'd done a full face using Zeesea Cosmetics, and I'm like, oh my god, I need to get my hands on that, because it is just the most beautiful packaging I've ever seen. Then completely forgot about it, and then Stephanie Tom's done one about 6 weeks ago, and I went, right, that's it, I'm ordering it now. So it finally arrived. It's a Chinese company, so it came from China. There was no customs or anything like that, and with my first order I got a discount, 20% I want to say, so that brought the palette down to something, it was less than £25. Oh no, less than £25. But oh my god, it is the most beautiful eyeshadow palette I've ever seen for the packaging. Okay, so you ready for this? Look, oh, I hope you can see that with my lights. If not, I'll insert a clip. But if you turn it again, what I'll probably do is insert a clip. Don't know whether you can see, but you've got all these little sparkles and jewels. That is just absolutely stunning. Now on the inside, like I said, I've only peeked, I've not touched it, but oh, I've wanted to touch it so bad. And on the inside, let's take the cover off, and this is what we got on the inside. Look at that. This is in collaboration with the British Museum, which it says so on the front. So you've got the British Museum and Zeesea. So they've done a whole collection. I mean, go and have a look at their website, zeeseacosmetics.com. Go and have a look. If you don't believe me, go and have a look. It is stunning. But this was the one that appealed to me most with the colours. There is 3 in the Alice in Wonderland collection, but with the colours, this one was the one that most appealed to me. As you can see, it comes with its own little brush as well. Let's see if I can get that out. So it's got a nice little brush on that. It's really soft, actually. Got nice. That is really soft. That is beautiful. Probably won't be using that one today because I know how my other brushes perform, so I want to give it a fair chance using brushes that I know. Let's swatch a couple, shall we? I'm going to say most of them, looking at this, are actually shimmers. We've got 1, 2, 3.5 kind of matte. Why I say halves is, I don't know whether you can see, let's take that brush out, but on the flamingo, the top half, I don't know whether you can see that, the top half is shimmer and the bottom half's matte. And on Alice herself, Alice is a bit sparkly and shimmery, but the outside edge around it isn't. So let's swatch a couple, because I've been absolutely itching to get my hands on this palette finally. Okay, so I don't know whether you can see that. Don't know whether it's me, but the light seems to be shining. I don't know whether it's just reflecting on my mirror, but we'll figure that out. Okay, so let's see what we can do with this. But that doesn't look bad at all, does it? It's quite a sheer sort of glitter, so to me that looks more like a topper than anything that you can build up. But I think this bottom one, if anything, hopefully you can see that, that seems to have more underpigment to it than the other two. So, but like I say, we'll see where we're going to go with this one. I've no look in mind. All I'd done was put a pink top on, you know, and I thought I'd chuck some pink flowers in my hair because there's quite a lot of sort of pinks and that. So I thought, well, actually that will go really, really well, because then I can barely keep this top up. It keeps falling down. I think I just ordered a size that was just too big for me. So let's do a couple of these mattes. Let's do the two main ones because I really don't want to upset the Flamingo or Alice. Okay, I know it's going to be a bit sparkly on there from where I've just had that one. So we've got a nice matte brown, and then we've got a nice matte pink as well. I'm going to say, not too bad. I don't think they're going to be as pigmented, you know, as a lot of the other high-end ones that I've got, but I'm sure we can get something decent out of it. As you can see, I've got half a face on. You know, I've done my brows, my base, bronzer and all that malarkey. So let's crack into this eyeshadow, shall we? Okay, I think to start off with, I'm going to tap it into this bottom part of the Flamingo, because as you can see, the top part, as I said, is shimmery. So I'm going to tap into the bottom part because that's a really nice colour, and try not to get any shimmer on there. So I've got sort of quite a tapered brush, so hopefully it won't cross-contaminate. Okay, so that coated the brush quite nicely. So let's see what it's got, shall we? I have primed my eyes. I'm going to say they're a bit creased, so let's just tap that out. I've just used some concealer. I always just use concealer because I just find that easier. That's better. I don't set it or anything. I used to, and now I don't. I've changed up quite a lot of my makeup routine. I will have to do at some point an updated makeup routine for you. Okay, so as you can see, the first sort of tap into that has gone really well. And so it seems to be blending out really nice. Hopefully it's going to be a buildable colour. But that is a really pretty colour. Let's see if I can bring you in a little bit. There you go. Let's bring you in a little bit. You can see a little bit better with what's going on, hopefully. So yeah, as you can see, you can definitely see that there's colour there. I'm going to tap into that one again and just see how much we can build that one up. So straight back in. Oh yeah, that's nice. I'm liking that. And so it's got a bit more pigmentation than I thought it was going to. Yeah, but that does look really pretty. Really pretty. Like I say, I love that colour. I'm just going to just build it up just slightly on that top bit, so that I've got something to blend into the next colour. Like I say, everybody does their eyeshadow different. This is just how I do mine. Like I say, my hooded eyes, you know, I need to bring it up really high. Okay. I think I'm happy with that one. And I'm going to swap out brushes now. And I think I'm going to go in with, hopefully you can see that, this pink here. And I think that will pair up really nicely with that one. I'm not going to tap in too much on that one because I just want to kind of blend that bit out with that. So I don't really want to go too heavy-handed. And I'm touching that very, very lightly just to make sure I haven't got too much on my brush, which that looks absolutely perfect. Again, that blends really well with that one. That is looking really, really pretty. I'm liking that. Yeah, that's it. I think I'll just get my fluffy brush and just blend those two together a little bit more. It's just a clean, fluffy brush. I'm just going to go over and just blend that slightly together. There you go. So that's what we've got going so far. Now I like to go in with a lot smaller brush next, do a bit more detailed work. So we're going to take that first colour, which was the bottom of the Flamingo. And I'm just going to tap into that one and then just build up that crease just slightly, just to give it a little bit of extra summer. There you go. And just darken up the outside edge as well. Go, and that's what we got going on there. Okay, now for the shimmer. Hopefully you can see that. I'm going to take this one here. I didn't swatch that one earlier, but I think that's going to come off sort of quite a palish pink. So I'm going to take my little flat brush that I always use for my shimmers first. going to tap into that one, and we're going to see how that performs with a brush. I'm not sure how much base coat this one's going to have, but looking at it on the brush, don't think it's going to have a great deal, but we'll try it in a second with our finger and see how we get on. I just want to give that a go and see. Like I said, again, I do think these are going to be more toppers than actually so yeah, like I say, that's very sheer. I'd say really pretty. Let's bring that in a little bit more. Really pretty, but very sheer. But you can still see it's there. But I am going to take my finger and rub into that one. And then just see. Oh gosh, that was a bit chunky. But yeah, that's a better payoff on that one. I say that is a lot prettier. Definitely, that's definitely paid off a lot nicer. So we're just gonna get my little flat brush and we're just gonna do the underneath. And again, back into that first colour on the flamingo. Just run a little bit of that underneath. Oh, I don't know what's happened. I don't know what's happened under here. I don't know if you can see, but some of the concealer, even though I've set it, has sort of gone a bit patchy. Oh, I don't know what's going on with that today. My base does not look great. Done a face mask earlier and things like that, so it should look all right. I've never seen my concealer look like that, and I've been wearing this concealer every day. This is the Flower Beauty one. I've never had a problem with it before. Okay, not sure what's going on there today, but it's a bit late now. We're going to work with it. So I'm just going to get, like I said, my little flat brush and just run that under the lash line. Do you know if you can see also, I've got chunks of glitter here. You know, so I'd highly suggest doing your eyeshadow before your base, or like say laying some powder down for catching it so you can just flip it off. I'm going to go in with my little tapered brush here and just go into that pink that I used for the top colour, and we're just going to run that one under, and then we're going to see if we can brush this glitter away. Okay, I'm liking the look of that, I must admit. Okay, let's see if we can brush this glitter away, or if it's just going to stick. No, it's just going to stick. Mind you, only very lightly set my face. Oh well, we'll deal with it. Going to go off camera now, do my second eye, and I will be right back. I'm back and the other eye is done. I've put some mascara on. Do want to give an honorary mention to the mascara I'm using today. Back in April, my #1 fan Poppy, she bought me a Chanel lipstick, which is awesome, absolutely flipping awesome. You know, generosity was absolutely amazing. She is absolutely adorable. And it came with a free gift of mascara. Now, this one is the Le Volume Stretch. So, nice little mini one there. And I've forgotten about it, and I come across it last week, so I thought, oh, I must use you. Now this is what the brush is like on the inside, which is a lot bigger and fatter than what I like. If it had a different brush on, I think it'd be perfect, but it still really does do a good job on my lashes, because as we all know, I've got the tiniest little lashes, and it's also a tubing mascara, so rather than coating your lashes, it kind of wraps around your lashes, and it comes off really, really easily, which is what I like. So if I get it on my eyelid, I can literally just tap it and it will come off, which is awesome. So I can't decide whether I absolutely love it or whether it's the one that puts me off, you know. So it's a case of, but I really like the formula and the way that it comes off so easily. Even when you wash it just in warm water, it just flakes off, and it is brilliant. So just wanted to say once again, thank you to Poppy for my absolutely awesome birthday gifts that she got me this year. Okay, moving on. Did do another Zeesea order. Well, actually, I've done 4, but we won't tell anybody. So I thought I might as well use a few of them in this one, and then I've got one more order waiting to come, and then I can do another one using the other stuff. So there'll be a part 2 to this with Zeesea. But I did pick up one of their highlighters, and I've only just swatched it, I'm not going to lie, and it's going to be a bit too fair for me, but we're going to do it anyway. So the packaging isn't half as posh as the rest of them. Sorry if you can see the lights and that on there. But, nope, let's cover that mirror. And this is what it looks like. It looks like a compass in the middle. And this is in the shade Dreamland. Like I say, I've just swatched it for the first time. And I'm like, oh, that's going to be a bit too icy white for me this time of year. But in the winter, I get really pale. And I might be able to make this work. But if not, it'll make a great inner corner and underbrow highlighter anyway. So it's not going to be wasted. But as I'm looking at it, I don't know if you can see, it's got a bit of a blue hue to it. Looking at that, I don't know if you can see that. I'm sort of trying to shake it in the light. So I think first of all, we're going to do our inner corners and top of our brow with it anyway. Let's get my little brush. So let's do the inner corner. So like I say, I use a tiny weeny little brush for that. We're just going to tap into that one. I might as well use the light on this. The light? The mirror. Might as well use the mirror on this. And we're just going to add a little bit of that in there. Just give it a little something something. So yeah, it works really well for sort of like say for inner corner highlighter anyway. So definitely won't get wasted, but I do think I'm going to be way too pale on my cheekbones, but we're doing it anyway. So just going to get my other little brush and do a bit of brow bone action. It's quite glittery. But the brow bone and inner corner, I don't mind that. And again, it's a little bit chunky. I can see a couple of little chunks. But we can just kind of faff them away, so it's no big deal really. And we're going to go in with my usual highlighter brush, which is this little fluffy one here. And like I say, this is where it could go really wrong. So just take a bit of that. But as you can see, if I show you on my brush, that's quite chunky. But we're going to do it anyway. Okay. Yeah, see, because I get so tanned in the summer, it is definitely a bit too pale. I'm just going to go with a little light hand on that. They did have a darker colour, but that just looked too dark. But looking at it now, I'm thinking, well, maybe it would have worked a bit better for me. Maybe you see that. Put a bit down my nose. I'd say we're going to do it, so we might as well go for it. Left over on my chin. So I'm not going too heavy-handed, but we're just going to give it a smattering everywhere. All right, but like I say, it does emphasise texture. I don't know if you can see that. It does emphasise texture. And definitely too pale for me, but not to worry. Like I say, we can use it on the eyes anyway, so no big deal on that one. I also picked up one of their eyeliners because I thought, why not? Can't go wrong with a good brown eyeliner. Again, it's just simple packaging on this one as well. Let's see if we can see that one. Just nice and simple. This one's a retractable one, which is what I prefer. I'm just lazy. I don't like sharpening them. It's as simple as that, really. So let's get me mirror. Like I say, can't really do a lot with eyeliner, but we're just going to chuck it under my lashes at the top and bottom on my waterline. I'm just going to blunt that down a bit. It's a little bit too sharp. It does take a bit of building up on that one, even though it is quite creamy. And we'll see what it's like on my waterline. I'm going to say you can see that it's on the top there, and we can see that. Not a lot, but you can. But let's see if it works a bit easier on the bottom lash line. Don't know whether you can see. Let's see if we can. Took a lot of building up, and I mean a lot of building up, and it's still quite patchy. You know, it's not the best eyeliner I've used, and I think I paid about $12 for this, so it's probably about £9 something. But yeah, certainly not going to be one of my favourites. And because I kept using it a lot, of course, it's made all my eyes watery. So no, I'd skip the eyeliner. But I thought, do you know what? I'll give it a go. I'm always after a nice, decent eyeliner, but that's not my favourite whatsoever. Last but not least, picked up a lipstick. Not the one I wanted, because every time I've gone on this, it's been out of stock. But I've had my eye on this one as well. So I thought, do you know what? Let's pick this one up first and just keep my eye out for when the next one comes in stock. It will come in stock eventually and I will get it. But for now, I have got this lipstick is in collaboration with Picasso. There's a whole Picasso range that they do online as well. So this is the actual component of it. Hopefully you can see that. Let's turn it because it's got pictures on all sides. I will find out the proper name of this one. I just can't remember off the top of my head, you know, but this is awesome. Don't know whether you've actually felt any oil paintings, but this is what this feels like. It's very tactile, and to me it feels like an oil painting. I'm lucky enough to have a couple of oil paintings, and this is exactly what it feels like. But this is just so beautiful. What shade did I get? It has got a shade online, but on this one it's 923. But again, I'll put a text message thingy along here. You know what I mean. Okay, and again, I've not swatched this one. This one only arrived in the post yesterday, so I've not swatched this one. So this is the colour of this one. Let's see if we can do a swatch of that. I'm going to say you've got an indentation print at the top. Again, I don't know whether you can see that on here. And again, there's one that goes around actually on the lipstick as well. Okay, it's not quite the colour I thought it was going to be, but hey ho. There you go. So that's the colour of that one there. Don't know whether it's going to go in my eyeshadow look today. We'll make it work. We'll make it work. And so we'll chuck some on. I'm going to say that's quite creamy. I don't think that's going to be a matte lipstick because it's got a sheen to it, which I'm not mad at either. But like I say, I don't think this colour is going to do me any justice. But hey ho. Guys, that's that colour on there. Doesn't look so bad actually. You know, I did wonder on that one. I'm like, oh, I don't know about the colour of that. I don't know, but it looked more of a pinky colour online, whereas here it's more of a, I don't know, sort of an, hard to describe. It's sort of got an orange undertone and a bit sort of reddish. I'm rubbish at describing colours, but you know, as you can see on there, doesn't look that too bad with my the rest of my makeup. You know, it doesn't look as bad as what I thought it would, you know, but that's what we've got at the moment. So bit of a roundup. Like the eyeshadow palette, like I say, I think I definitely need to use the eyeshadows more as toppers with a base colour, because they haven't got their own base colour to them, but they are beautiful. They went on really easily. The mattes were lovely. Really love the mattes in that. And obviously the packaging, that's the reason I bought it. Who cares about the colours? It's all about the packaging. So yeah, really like that one. Like I say, you know, I think it's nice for sort of toned down sort of days, you know, when you just want a bit of makeup, nothing too heavy. It is perfect for that. So I should be using that one a lot more now that I've finally got my little hands on it. The eyeliner, skip that. Waste of money, complete waste of money. Highlighter, like I say, again, very chunky. You know, like I say, I just haven't got the right shade. They only do 2 shades in highlighters, and I went for the paler one. But again, in a corner, top of the brows, it's going to work fine. Just be aware of fallout. Same with the shimmers on your eyes. Just be aware of the fallout on that one. A lipstick, like I say, it's very creamy. Got a nice sheen to it. You know, it's, don't know about the colour. I haven't decided on the colour yet. You know, I really haven't decided. I'm going to have to sort of try it out a few more times, you know, but it feels really moisturising. You know, it does feel more like a lip balm on the lips. It doesn't feel like anything heavy or anything like that. So, you know, that's really nice. But overall, that's it. I think my makeup turned out really quite well today. Let's get my clips out, shall we? I forgot I had them in there, you know, so that's it. Let's get them out. Let's get them out. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. It's been great being back again, and hopefully, I know they've done a bit of drilling next door, but nothing major, and I'm praying that most of it didn't pick up on the microphone, but until I do it back again, I'm not going to know. So it's been lovely having you with me, like I say, and hopefully I will see you all on the next one.